Hey guys, I have less than a year left. I have probably about 10 months to get famous, or else I will have to quit social media entirely because I will have to become my brother's character at the end of the year, and that means I simply would not have the time for a social media channel in general. Um, Working two jobs and also doing uni part time, um, and then also looking after my younger brother. Um, I don't know, like when people think of influence, they think of like Alex Earl and um, Charlie D'Amelio, and like no shame to those people, but when I think of influencers, I don't really think of like I guess like the proper term for influencers. I usually think of people who have big followings that have inspired me to some degree, like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, or even like Emberlyn Chamberlain and Madeline Argy. Like those are the people that they inspired me in some way, and those were the people that made me want to become an influencer in general. But and like I've always wanted to be an influencer because I've always wanted to like I guess speak my voice about mental health and stuff like that because I struggled a lot with it in my youth, and sort of let people be heard in a way, and also just because it would be nice to have all of these like things. Like I grew up pretty poor, like you know I don't know. I thought I would still have a couple of years left to give it a shot, but I clearly only have about 10 months, which really sucks, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I'm really talking too much. I probably should end it here, but I kind of just want to rant about it. I've been crying about it because I've been unemployed for the last month, I would say. Um, and obviously that's 1 month's less of savings that I would have to save, and I would have to save probably about 10 to 20k by the end of the year, which I have zero savings at the moment, which sucks. I don't know. Um, um, yeah, I don't really have much to my name, which also sucks in general. And I don't know, I get pretty envious of other people in life where, I've just been crying about it pretty consistently. I had a breakdown at trade school a couple of weeks ago because I was just so stressed about everything. Um, and like you can see, like my forehead is breaking out. I've never had really bad acne in my life. Like even then, you might look at it and be like, it's not bad. That's like the worst my acne's ever been. I don't even put makeup on really anymore on my forehead because it just breaks out just from the stress. It appears to be. um, I have a breakdown probably about a couple of times a week, I would say, about this because it includes a lot of stress. I'm currently unemployed trying to find work, and I don't have any savings, and I want to be the best sister I can be, but I don't really have anyone to rely upon or to look after me, so it's just all this pressure on me to look after someone else, which kind of sucks. um, I don't know, I've always got envious. I feel like my 20s should be probably the best times of my life, but I feel like it's kind of not at the moment, and I feel like ever since I dropped out of high school, my life's gone to pretty shit. I'm pretty anxious all the time. I'm pretty depressed all the time as well, which kind of sucks. Um, and like I think a lot of people think I've gotten better, but reality, I've just learned to just cope with my anxiety and depression because it's not really gonna go away anytime soon. Um, and I've like had anxiety since I was like fucking 12, and I just learned just to deal with it. Sorry, this is so cohesive. It not cohesive. It's so incohesive. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just sort of rambling. Um, and I just sort of just wanted to get my thoughts into air because don't know, I don't really have much time left really to make content creation my thing. And I'm so focused on the numbers, but I feel like there's just no point really, because it's like, I don't think I'm funny enough, I don't think I'm pretty enough, I don't think I'm anything enough really to pop off in a way, and I feel like I'm just too mundane for the algorithm or for people in general, which is weird because people with my autism, people often think I'm weird, but I guess I mask so much on camera that I'm pretty mundane. I'm not my usual self, and I wouldn't say my usual self. I still think I'm pretty genuine on camera. It's just I'm not as weird as I am in real life, because people often just shut me out and judge me for it. So I feel like I have to be more mundane and basic on camera in order to appeal to the audience. Like, I'll get the money, I'll get the 10 to 20k. It's just I'm kind of mourning for the potential loss to yeah, I have. Yeah, I only have about like 10 months left to actually get big, or else I'll just have to quit because I won't have the time to, which sucks. And I'm just mourning that, because I've always wanted to be an influencer. I've always dreamt of like taking my younger brother, the one that I'm looking after, to Japan, to his favorite place ever, and because he loves anime, and I was just, you know, I thought if I was an influencer, I would be able to give my younger brother a much better life than I'm able to at the moment. And I thought I wouldn't have to provide him a good life till I was in my 30s, and at least then maybe I would already have a career path, and I would already be somewhere up the career ladder. But I don't know, I thought maybe if I was an influencer by then, I could make a lot of money, you know, and I could give my brother his dream life, you know, take him to Japan. He's always wanted to go to Japan because he's always loved mangas and he's always loved animes, and I thought it'd be so nice just to take him there for like a month, you know, take him to all these places, you know, take him to that Mario world. I don't know much about Japan. I don't know much about anime or mangas, but I used to watch like a couple of episodes a day with him when I lived with him, and he loved it. It was like his favorite. It was his favorite, like, apparently, time of his life was when I used to just watch animes with him, and it was just, I thought if I could become a famous influencer, I would be able to provide him with all this cool stuff. Like maybe if I was like, I could like go up to places and be like, hey, you know, could I get some PR for this like famous anime show because my brother loves it. He just loves it so much. Or I could go to like Supernova and like go meet, because I would have the money to, because I would be somewhat, I wouldn't be poor. I could get like an anime Funko Pop and get, you know, these voice actors to sign it, so then he could like have it as his thing. Like I thought if I was, yeah, I thought like if I had the money I could, you know, buy a place, like he could have his own room and he could have all these cool shelves full of his like animes and mangas and figurines and books, and it would just be so cool for him. But like I'm getting to a point where I'm like, it wasn't supposed to happen for another 10 years, and now it's happening in 10 months, and I don't think that's happening. And so I've just got to this point where I'm mourning the lack of life I'm going to have, and also the lack of life I will be able to provide for him, which sucks. But yeah, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this because this is quite embarrassing for me.